Hello, it's Vocab Karlach.
And in the
We'll
basement
go
of that
into a
cabin,
cabin. We'll go cabin. Let's see, I think we've done all these explorers. Get that. Let's just march on.
you make your way up the short
Make our
path.
way up the stairs to the cabin. Let's take the knife. My plan here is I want to stab her and then take the knife out and see where that gets us.
The interior of the cabin is all.
Take the knife.
You take the blade from the table.
Take the knife. What up, girl?
The door to the basement creaks open.
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of
I
surprise.
got this.
Good luck here. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything.
Oh, we
But
did
you don't
this?
have to try and kill me.
You ignore the tremor.
Let's just...
Then I'm not talking to you.
That's fair. Die.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run
She's
her
gonna
through.
punch us in the face? Sick.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a
catastrophic
catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Well, that's a new path.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air
cool.
again and again,
Wow.
and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
She got big ol' eyes.
We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Yeah.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding
Well,
is
the friend
certain
is
to
me.
finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Booyah!
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
GG.
The princess
I like how her
gasps,
face is
her
like
voice an
shit.
unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
She's a fight
You
club
put up
member.
more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
Why are you a bird man?
do you really think this is the end?
Nah.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So I successfully did not do exactly what I set out to do. I need to shut up, stab her. Didn't we already do this one? No.
You're on a path
Alright.
in the woods.
Who's our voice? Who's our
and
voice?
at the end, you're here to slay.
Deja vu already happened. Okay, but I died. She's gonna kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me. But I definitely got her.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring
I hope
back
the
to life
narrator
after
falls in
dying,
love
and
with the
two of us
hands.
are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right?
Oh,
It's
did we
going to
not
be
get
a
a new
lot harder
buddy?
than you think to keep secrets from me.
No new buddy.
That's
Oh, there it
fine.
is. Stop
It
it.
doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is
Boxing.
marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's go.
A warning. Before you, she will lie.
Yep.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat.
Dude, we're not even
in the
taking the
middle of
knife.
a
We're going in
fight.
fists a-blazing. I hope it's a boxing
Are
ring.
you sure about that?
Yes.
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there.
Yeah.
Crystal. Let's just get
Yeah.
on with it already.
Everybody get your stretches in. It's boxing time. Boom, boom, boom. I guess there's more to do by not going in, though, because it still gives me that option.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls pressing on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination.
This is a good one.
The only furniture of note is a black iron altar
with
a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hey, I believe in a fair fight.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar. There's definitely a mirror.
That is still my favorite. There's definitely a mirror, mate.
Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
I cares. I still want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to.
Still
if he's willing to lie about something as in, I'm not lying to you.
Alright, so let's approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement. This really is...
Wipe it.
You reach forward and rub it.
I'll never stop
second ago. Now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
I want a fist fight.
No blade this time.
Yeah.
Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a
Exactly. The stubborn
gets it. You can
it.
still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
We're the stubborn. We're not going to change our mind. I hope it's a boxing ring. Ding, ding, ding. Let's fucking go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend.
I like this cave.
The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive. With an almost her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Which one do we get?
Is that another challenger? Finally.
Yes.
It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Yeah.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I disagree.
As you descend the final step, the form of the
hooves.
princess comes into view.
She's Karlach.
A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
That's good, because we want to brawl.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Let's go. Let's see. I haven't decided what I'm doing. Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Why would we do that?
Then why are you just standing there?
Because I have to click the button.
Fight me.
Alright. Fine, let's do this.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you. I really
I'm rooting
am.
for you.
I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
I disagree.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
Stubborn's got our back.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Guys, hear me out.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Yeah.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Well, she thought. Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
This is the most macho timeline.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Wow.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the
You see the
space.
practice boxing more.
Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die. Are you serious?
He's like, this is the worst game.
That's it.
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Oh, I like this stuff.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
We're not dead, we're still talking.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're
Not dead anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive. The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my
No
hands.
one needs a face to fight as long as I got fists. I like this one. Now just go in.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything
We
goes
got
dark
this. It's Dark Souls.
again.
We go
And
again.
you die. Again.
You know what I'm going to say.
Though we're not dead.
Yeah, but we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find
He
out.
has a point.
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
I can worry about that when I'm dead.
Uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before?
Nah,
No, we haven't.
that means we have a chance.
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
Stubborn is the man.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing. Everything goes dark and we die? Yes, something like that.
This is a good game.
Well, don't you have something to say? Yeah, I quit.
What? Fight your foe unarmed and go the distance. I didn't hear no bell.
You're on
No.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
All right, change of plans. We're taking the blade this
Stubborn
time.
has a point.
now why would we ever do that?
Ooh, we got the contrarian.
Because she absolutely destroyed us? She sure did. But what a great way to go.
Contrarian has another good point.
Does it matter?
Honor.
We lost.
Stubborn has a point.
Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. Thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air?
Forces made us this time. It's like bird claws and meat.
Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time. And the first time, we had a weapon.
He has a point.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already
I like the
been-
meat voice.
Yeah, you think? What does
Whenever we get
it
past
even
2,
mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more
this was a
do-overs.
fast path too. We're only
So you'd
14
better take
minutes
things
in.
seriously. Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and
Alright.
then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after?
Yeah, the hands plays.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. Isn't it your job to know?
This music's sick, too.
Hey, we need a better narrator who can actually answer our questions. It's my job to guide you through your task and to state the fact.
To the cabin. Through the meat forest.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find that's it. No final words of advice?
Take the knife.
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that... Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Meat?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it?
We could throw the knife out the window.
The only furniture of note
it up
is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. We'll need it if we want to do things right. I say we leave it to rust. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it. A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Yeah, we've done all this already. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of what are you trying to say exactly. It means you're hallucinating.
Hallucinating.
It went away after we touched it last time, but... You take the blade from the pedestal. It will be difficult to slip. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. Okay, you picked up the blade. That's fine. We're not... Oh? And what do you...
Oh, dude, we might throw it out the window.
Oh, I don't know. We throw it out the window.
That's tempting.
Hell no.
Well,
yeah. What if we need it? We don't need it. We had her up against the ropes last time.
contrarian is...
Did we?
Well, I mean, we were doing great, but a weapon would have been useful.
Are you saying that you don't think we can win this fair and
Contrarian
square?
is right. We are a man of honor. It's going out the window.
I'm just...
It sounds to me like you don't think we can win this fair and square.
You know what? Fine. I'm with him.
Yeah.
We started round 2 with our fists.
Throw it out the
That's how
window.
we're going to end this. You, annoying one who keeps telling us what to do. We throw the blade out the window.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
It's already done, isn't it?
Yeah. And now you have to describe it to us. Fine. With an unceremonious whoosh, the pristine blade flies out into the night, never to be seen again.
Badass.
Your destiny, and the destiny of the entire...
No, we absolutely did not do that. Hey.
It sounds to me like you're not. How fun.
Let's just get on with...
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
We always see the mirror when we
Does it
die for
matter
real.
if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more. Let's just smash it and get it over with. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how are you... You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone
time to finally
floor,
get the
its
punch out.
ancient Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
Into the darkness.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A
Grand
high
wall.
vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
I mean, it is the meat dimension.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
She's a meat monster now.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin?
Yes.
Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me.
Uh-oh, the game went woke.
A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
I mean, you killed
You hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
meat monster.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's
Oh,
walls
that's
are
not that
painted in
bad.
blood, a deep, sickening
Already
red
dead.
that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor.
Hear me
This
out.
place reeks of torment,
Hear
of
me
ripped
out.
skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping.
This is better than her
draped
being a
in the
giant
tattered
sword.
dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Love me.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the
Oh,
ground.
hear me out.
She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction.
One-fingered death punch.
That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us.
Stubborn's got another point. I'm taking you out.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Now that's love. Also, you have heels in your bones. That's not helping.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to
This is
lay
how people
down your
fall in
very
love.
essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
We can bounce back.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality. Pah, who needs stuff anyway? Look at us. We might be all over the place, but we're fine.
We are still talking.
That's the first thing you've said that's made any sense. We may be down again, but we're not out for the count yet.
Still, you fall to pieces. What is the point of all this power if there's no challenge to using it? This is a numb existence.
The words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and hot... Our metaphorical mouth.
Oh, I didn't leave you a mouth, did I?
Yeah.
It's better that way. Words get us no.
She's right. We
Hey,
There's a
I
point.
like words. They're easy and we can have all sorts of fun with them. I prefer having a mouth. Well, unfortunately for you, you don't have one. Not anymore.
Who needs it? Plus we have a beak.
Though the ribbons of your unraveled body struggle to coordinate, you manage to put one foot forward.
Oh, so there is some challenge left in you. Let's see how long it takes to crush it.
Never give up.
The princess clenches her fist, and as her knuckles tighten, even more of you becomes undone. Your skin is flayed, your fatty tissue torn from your muscles.
What are you? You're clearly not your skin.
I'm a man on a computer.
Why would we ever be just our skin? We lost so much of it last time. We're obviously more than that. Who cares? I don't like not having skin. It
Hero,
hurts.
you're being a downer.
The pain doesn't matter. Just keep walking. She can't stop
Oh,
us
dude,
if you
skeleton
don't
bird
hurt
man.
her.
Still you push on, placing one disaster of a foot in front of the other.
Perhaps muscle is where you dwell.
I'm in the soul.
She smiles, and again her will tears at you. Muscle untethers from bone.
It's called the indomitable bird
We
spirit.
need that. We can't do anything if we don't have muscle.
That's what you think.
Okay, Mr. Anatomy, I hear you. But have you considered how neat it would be if
See?
you still kept walking towards her without it?
Yes, yes, do it. Show her how tough we really are.
You shamble on, a mass of organs suspended in bone, all held together by the thinnest strands of connective
She
tissue.
looks hyped.
I really thought that losing your muscle would be the end of you. This is exciting. We're in uncharted depths. I can't wait to see how much more of you I can take before you finally stop moving.
The less that remains of your body, the more fiercely your spirit struggles against that of the princess. But her power
See,
is
this one does
immense.
seem like it could end the world.
As your organs slip from between your ribs, she takes another step back. Only now, there is nowhere left for her to go. She's within your reach, if only you have the determination to
Let's
reach
give her
her.
a hug.
Of course we have determination. We made it this far, didn't we?
What does this make us? How can we lose so many vital parts of who we
It's
are
called
and
a
still be
soul,
here?
hero.
The exact same way we lost every piece of ourselves twice before. Have you forgotten that we've literally died? Twice.
Come on. One more step. Do it. Hit me. Show me what you're made of.
Your skeletal hand shoots towards her heart, but the closer it gets, the more brittle it becomes. Flakes of bone are peeled away, exposing the marrow, and the marrow melts, exposing nerves, and the nerves are stripped raw.
No, we're dead.
Until what?
We can't hear anymore.
I think he gave up on us.
Figures. He always seemed weak to me.
We're still here.
In the end, you're nothing. Just like what's left of me.
But we're still here, aren't we?
Yep.
Which means we aren't finished.
Stubborn is.
What are we supposed to do?
Goated.
Hit her with nothing?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Something or nothing bursts forth from the place that is you. Threads in the shape of a pristine blade. They pierce her heart.
Huh. I felt that.
I felt that for real, for real. Oh, look, I'm not a knife or a hand. I'm just hair.
We actually did it.
We actually won.
Fair and square.
I always knew we had it in us. But what are we going to do with ourselves now?
Nah.
It's cold.
Nah. Take her away, hands. I'm a bird again. Triumph over scoring the adversary. You do not get a chance to watch her die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? And there's that mirror. But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Princess.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
We will.
You're not messing with us, right?
Nah, we're good, man. Am I a bigger bird? I've withered. I've grown, I've withered, I've done a third thing. Alright, we've been in the long quiet, so just skipperoo. What's up, hands?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
That's deep.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't know. I've kind of had more fun every run.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
I like the hands holding up her hands for no reason. It was like a riddle. You can't be a contradiction. How can you stand to be a contradiction? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
She also has the darkest dungeon thing shoved in her head. She's kind of bamf.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me. Perhaps this will change when I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with.
Alright.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And that was bring the fury to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Let's do some skipping. Is there anything new here?
You make your way up.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
I'm going to do a save for getting another ending. We're going to keep going because I think this other
The
path will be
blade
quick.
is your implement.
We're going to just take the blade,
You take the blade.
skip, in the basement,
Door to the basement.
skip. We're going to say nothing.
Good. You're still listening
We're
to
just going to
reason.
stab her.
You step forward.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Doubt,
Oh, we
unfortunately.
got this again. Okay, so we can't just stab her and take the blade. So I guess that path is dead. So what if we give up?
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your
So I guess that would
trembling
have led
hands,
somewhere that
clattering
we've
to the
already been.
ground uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest
Uh-oh.
and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat.
That was on my... Oh
She
no,
leans
she's gonna...
into it with the
would
kind of
probably be
weight
a
you
bad
didn't
joke.
think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe.
She's gonna
and
get
leaving you starved
sued.
for breath.
That's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark,
Alright.
and you die.
The tower.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Yes,
here to slay her.
Just to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just
Broken.
pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
Yes, I think this is the first time we've gotten the
She probably
broken at
doesn't
the
even need
start.
to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Yeah.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Here does not like the
Just
pessimist.
ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than... If that's what you want, I guess I...
Alright, strong, sad, take it easy.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its
kinda
humble
ladder.
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are
You're just a little guy.
You walk up to the wall next to the base. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and we should count ourselves lucky.
Alright.
Some things are better left unseen. No blade
We're
this
just
time.
going.
Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Through the door.
The door to the basement creaks open,
This one's
revealing
fancy.
a spiral staircase. Its steps
Mary didn't
almost
care.
as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
We're just a little guy.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, her booming voice rolls up the
Fee,
stairs.
fi, fo, fum.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the
Witness
stairs.
me.
Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want
This is the
to.
whipped ending. This is the opposite.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Ooh. Big lady.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her
Probably in a
figure
chair.
framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to
Hey,
me.
finally something
I
else for a
wonder what he
bird.
wants.
I want to be a real bird.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
You're real big. You might have a heart attack.
And more than a little disappointing.
Wow.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
No.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight.
You could let me leave then.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her
She
then.
cheats. She has metal
There's
fists.
nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Well, she knows why we're here.
You will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Broken, you are no help.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
I mean, typically, yes.
Can she do that?
There's nothing she can't do.
Confused, meek, a chorus of submissive indecision. Is that why you came to me unarmed? It doesn't matter. All of it is easily brushed aside.
Big
And
lady.
there it is. I am destined to end the world. Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
You forget a lot of stuff.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now
This is the one that was really
overdue
in the world.
for
Do like this.
alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
By killing us.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
Broken, you are not on our side. You're the worst voice.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know.
Stubborn needs to kick Broken's ass.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
She wants us to do it.
The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory.
No, this isn't even the most glorious one. The last one was
overwhelmed by
cooler.
what I am.
It's probably cooler
That
than
you
Sword
feel
Lady.
you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
What would Jesus do?
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter
Then
how
submission is
vainly
going, "Oh,
you
she's
struggle
wrong."
against me, my will triumphs over yours. This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I
She
have
talks too slow.
know the limits of your privilege, little. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an
Alright.
equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet. You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the strength to
No, we should've
define
brought
me
the
now.
knife. There you go.
You already submitted the moment you entered this temple without the will to
So do we need to
end
do
me.
this again with the knife?
What is she talking about? She's talking about your ridiculous decision to come down here unarmed. It doesn't matter. Don't let her talk you into bowing down to her or whatever. it is
Go get the
she
blade
can
from
make you do.
upstairs.
You can
I'll
still
be
go
right back.
and get the blade from upstairs. You can still stop her.
But we're already here, and we already made our choice, and there's
Wow, voice of the broken. We're really getting stopped by stairs.
between us and the altar.
You're right about one thing. You already made your choice, and your choice was to defy her. I don't care how many stairs there are or how tall they are, you're going to turn around.
I like the idea of
right
a little
now,
bird being like,
take
I'll
the
be right
blade
back.
and
Goes
save
up the stairs,
damn
goes like,
world.
Nev, like, this'll kill you.
Even now, your vessel twitches and trembles, consumed by
What if I'm
conflict
actually a
with
bird this
yourself.
time? That'd be pretty cool.
But that part of you standing in hopeless defiance isn't the only thing resisting me, is it? There's something else in there. Someone else. A greasy film sheltering your heart. Is that a person? No. It used to be a person.
Send my mirror the narrator.
It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Whoa now.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Don't badmouth the narrator like
No,
that.
no. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh, she stole the narrator. Narrator may have pooped a little.
Are you okay?
He's fine. He's
I've always been fine. No, this isn't right. What do? We can't just let her control us like
Go hit
this.
the knife.
I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It isn't about can.
How much time
or
is it?
can't.
15
isn't
minutes?
even
Because if this isn't
about
ending, we can
will
go
or
shoot through this again and get the knife.
We'll just refuse. Not even he could refuse her in the end. What are you supposed to do? We're all prisoners.
Really do.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
This one's neat. The apotheosis.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. At the end of that...
Hero
The
is
cabin.
tired of all this stuff.
This is hardly a path in the woods. It's all big and weird.
Well, that's because we're small.
Another witness to her radiance.
This is bad. Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac? No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late. Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess. No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that. Look, fine, just out with it already, yeah? If I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world,"
Voice of the hero.
speaking privilege.
This is his arc.
You two are just wasting your time.
Broken, we don't care.
Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin, and slay her before things get any more out of hand. Are our thoughts doing that? Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit. What if I'm doing it wrong?
Paranoid's pretty good.
What if I'm making her even stronger?
Well, don't think
We've
that.
built a new god, and she is limitless.
Do you hear those two with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now. As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground.
The end of everything. The beginning of some...
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Alright, to the cabin.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes.
Well, then I guess I'm not going to the cabin.
Flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Witness your better's ascension. Good gravy, she's
You
naked.
watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you. The world bows to her.
This is the actual.
The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always
How did I set you free? I didn't do anything.
And this is always how it was going.
I guess she broke the chain and like made it up.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never. Yeah, screw all of this. I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
Yeah.
You'll never make it to her, and even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
Murder.
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction,
I want to hear him say haha, then I'll skip the rest.
maybe it'll work. If our thoughts are what give her power, maybe it could cut both ways. With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel
And then you
everything
die.
around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything's a part of you. And then your eyes open, settling on your target.
Oh, this time her heart's like covered in skin though. Normally it's hanging out for us. You stab her in the toe.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel the pull of her gravity catch you, carrying you from the
can't let
ground with the violent swirl
The
of
giver
her
of her
weight.
win. He's too much of a loser.
Even now you defy me. Too late then.
It's gonna be like
Show
you don't
me
do
what
it,
you think
but
it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
You're not going to win.
we don't care what the bros are thinks.
Right. What are you even going to do with that tiny knife? Give her a scratch?
You still don't get it, do you?
Paranoid's working
We
his way
can
up the
be
ranks.
Whatever we want to be, nothing is real. It all might as well just be a dream.
Are you okay?
He's not.
Of course, I'm not okay. I've never been okay. But maybe I needed to never be okay for us to make this happen.
Valid.
As you fall towards the princess, you swing the blade in a massive arc, putting all of your strength behind it. It cuts a shockwave through the very air,
Oh, she didn't like
splitting
that.
everything in its path.
It won't be enough.
How unexpected.
Damn.
As the blow lands,
explodes.
the entire world shakes. The outline of the princess disappears into a storm of dust and debris. Could we have done that the whole time?
It was a fluke, I'm sure. An accident, that's all.
Like next time we come
It
in,
won't
we're
be a
just being like
fluke if we
linked,
do it again.
like slinging magical things. Oh no, she's not dead. I thought she exploded.
As the dust settles, the form of the princess comes back into view. Her skin and vestments are lightly scuffed, but her body is whole, and her face is full of self-righteous fury.
Righteous fury.
At least we made her mad. That has to count for something. But she holds her anger back. Her eyes close, and a gentle smile curls across her lips.
And so the little bird has found his heart at the end of the world.
Yeah.
Her eyes flit open, pupils narrowing on your form.
But is it courage that courses through his veins? Or is it madness?
A little bit of both.
The world around her stills. The debris stops in place, and the air is calm and silent.
You walk a razor's edge. It won't be long before you slip.
And then, in an instant, it all comes at you. You are pelted with stone after massive stone, even the pebbles slicing through you like bullets. You cannot hope to so much as move as the bombardment continues,
It's like a movie.
your body being destroyed bit by bit, crushed under the
We need
mass
the
of
stubborn.
wood and rock.
Stubborn wouldn't let that kill us.
It's over. You had your moment, I'll give you that. But that's all it was. Hope it was worth
It was
it.
pretty cool.
Enough with the yous. Whether you like it or not, you're a part of us. Hell, whether I like it or not, you're a part of us. That was your moment too. And we can have another if if we all work together. She's not your perfect goddess, just look.
This isn't very nice.
Who deserves something like this? She wants her freedom at the expense of ours, and she's willing to destroy us.
But I love her.
And she doesn't love you. She doesn't even know you
Wow.
exist.
Someone
You
just
are
got
a
triggered.
tiny part of an obstacle, and she is currently in the process of destroying said obstacle. So I suggest you snap out of it now while you still can.
Let's kill her.
All at once the pressure breaks. You burst through a mountain of debris and straight for the princess's heart. As you soar towards her, the eyes on her vestments open wide, the light of their gaze slowing your pursuit as more and more matter continues to assail you.
But it's not enough to stop us, is it? We're
Broken
going to
is
make
getting
it
fixed
to
right
her.
now. Hey, now it's a sword.
You are. As you draw near, you extend your blade, readying a powerful strike. It sings
This is the best
through
we've
the
ever
air
done.
and is met with a barrier of light. You remain frozen in midair, the two of you unblinking, waiting to see who breaks first. And then we win. Right? That's what should happen. Why isn't it happening? Did we do something wrong? Were all these
We actually crashed the
powerful,
game.
heroic thoughts not enough?
I believe in us. Isn't that enough?
Unless we got the rules wrong. I'm sorry. I think I messed this up. That's right. So come on, push. All
Don't
of
let
you.
the doubt stop you.
I'll do my best.
All right. One last try. You continue the struggle, your blade kicking up sparks as it grinds against the princess's barrier. You're getting to her.
Your persistence is admirable, but it's misplaced.
Nah.
There's so much more than I thought we were. It won't be misplaced if we win.
Yeah.
You ignore the princess's words and push a little further, and then a crack. And where that crack formed, another forms, and then another. Finally, it shatters. We did it. We actually did it.
Yeah. Because we're the best.
The princess's face remains serene as your blade plummets towards her heart.
A victory, but one that remains rooted in the material. And I am beyond that now. Come, let us leave this world of illusions.
Back to the basement. Where your blade can pierce its heart, it has vanished from your hand. The world around you unravels. Up. We're in the hair zone.
You have
Walk the
won.
razor edge in battle with a
Our
divine
battle
foe.
is at an end.
Is she going to hurt us now?
Princess reaches forward into the textured nothing and buries her fingers in its divine flesh. Her touch is soft.
Oh. That
Oh, so
feels
we're
nice.
the hair.
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
Cool. The grip tightens. Somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension like an endless sea of hands falling on you, one after another, before finally collapsing on themselves. You lose yourself in the darkness.
She's hurting us again. I've never hurt like this before.
She isn't even touching us.
This was a
She
cool
hurt us without touching us. Unless all of this is us. No, we can't be this. But it feels like she's
My
ripping us
laundry
apart.
is so loud. I hear it slapping around in there. Right back.
Maybe if we feel all of this nothing,
I'm the feather again.
maybe we can use it. Anything to make this stop. Anything to make her feel what we feel.
You are a wave of tendrils racing against themselves, and down the shape of your arm you snap around it.
But that isn't enough, is it?
We can show her more. We can show her what she's
Voice is
done
broken.
to
We may have
us.
fixed a little bit too much.
We can make her understand. We can make
Homie's
her
got
feel
bad vibes.
what we've felt.
She's naked. You wrap around yada yada and pull her heart. No, and pull from her heart the whole of her experience, and in return she pulls from your heart the whole of yours. So much of her is empty bluster, boasts muttered first in quiet to give an empty life sense of meaning, and then the same boast wrapped in above true belief. Belief turned to arrogance, arrogance that shatters as she finally sees something other than herself.
Oh, we've both hurt each other so very much, haven't we?
You said some mean things about me. Yeah, turn into spaghetti paper.
I can hear your voices prattle in my head. I was never going to ascend. This is all so very small. I'm so very small. I'm sorry.
Hey, we all make mistakes. Oh, she's turning into hands. Hands got her. Later, potato. Mirror time. Mirror time. Yep. I got share your darkest pain and paranoia with a divine being. I guess that'd be to figure out how many endings there are. So as I reach forward, they're gonna get in the mirror. Let's make them leave. Okay. How am I looking? I am unraveled. You find yourself in the one quiet cabin. This time she's just a big old head. What's up, hands? Gonna have to use a lot to move the mouth around.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and
Alright. We've done that.
this one sits at the cusp of awakening. A new god waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
Love that.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found
You
her
always tell us
light.
not to mourn her. Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me.
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. I am on the cusp of my awakening.
Alright. How many more vessels?
One,
Oh.
whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A
So we only need one more
multitude.
ending and then we'll get the ending. Maybe I shouldn't have done all the bad ones. Alright.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here,
Okay.
waiting
And I
for
guess I'm
you.
gonna record another one. Everything you see goes dark and you die. Achievement. A terrifying and divine heart. Bring the apotheosis to her. Okay.
You're
and
on a
press
path.
Save. New save. Alright. That's the end of this episode. We're right above an hour. Thank you all for watching. I'm Vocab Hawk, and I'll see you in the next episode of Let's Play Slay the Princess. Goodbye, everybody. If I can get out of the game and hit the stop button. Okay, there we go. Goodbye, everybody.